Living in paradise is not always the idyllic life that we show in our episodes. A lot of it's all to do with planning. Planning. We plan for the weather, we plan for food, we plan for the laundry. Absolutely everything you have to plan for, because obviously everything takes a lot longer than it does when you're living on land. One of the things that we're planning for at the moment is obviously the refit. We want to head to Guatemala, but as you'll see later on in the episode, we've got problems, big problems about that. Another one of our big problems is we've got no passports. So we want to go to the BVIs, but right at this moment we can't go anywhere. Can't go to the BVIs. We sent our passports back to the UK and we're still waiting for them to arrive. So we can't leave this country and we can't enter another country. So that, along with planning the stuff to that we're getting for the refit and all of the other jobs that we've got to do, we have decided that we're just going to get ourselves ready. We're going to get ourselves ready for when the passports do arrive, so as when they do arrive we can just get going, we hope. But we're in Grand Case at the moment. Whilst we're here, we've decided that we're going to go ashore, because we haven't actually been ashore yet. So we're going to go ashore, have a look at the village, and then we can start heading back to the Marigot Bay, because we've got more parcels that we've got to pick up. Anyway, enjoy the episode, guys. All about prepping. We are the Cordelians, Steve, Annette and Gus. We're down-to-earth budget sailors living an alternative life on our beautiful Venus ketch. Our plans? To sail as far as we can for as long as we can. We decided we're going to go over and have a look at this little village stroke town of Grand Case. It's later in the day. We couldn't go earlier on. It's too damned hot, and poor Gus's feet would have got burnt. So it's kind of getting on for 4 o'clock. So we're only going to be over there an hour or so, but it'd be nice just to get him on land and take him for a little walk.
Thanks.
Yes. Yes, it is, yeah. Well, what do we think of Grand Case?
It's nice.
It gives me a real kind of backpacking feeling.
Yeah, it's a bit like a cross between Deshaun and Guadeloupe.
Yeah, hopefully you can hear this because the wind's a bit.
Yeah, Terre de Haute in the Saints, and also a bit of Koh Lanta.
Yes, yeah, it is definitely. We think this is just all still Hurricane Irma.
It was 2017.
Sorry?
2017 was when Mike came over on the relief effort.
The shame of it is, they actually run straight down to the beach. So they've got beach frontage and they're empty, derelict. Look at that place up there for sale. Whilst there's not a great deal to do in Grand Case, we actually fell in love with the little village. It definitely has that laid-back feeling about it. But I imagine in the height of the season can get very, very busy. We just had to go and pick up some packages from the shipping agents. Now, generally speaking, Steve is the slowest walker in the world. I'm worse when we're on hills, but he is the slowest walker Dreadful. Oh no, today when he's got 1 battery and 2 solar panels on one of those funny little sack trucks, he's like, it's like the Roadrunner.
That's hard work. That's only part of it.
Our refit packages are slowly arriving, but we've still got quite a way to go yet. We're just off to Lagoonies on the Dutch side of St Martin to go and meet some friends of ours that have supported us a number of times on coffee. Ari, Lena and Jonas, who have actually sailed across the Atlantic in the Ark Plus.
Just to come and see us?
Yeah. No. Anyway, we're off. We're taking Gus as well. So. We were having so much fun, we actually forgot to do any filming. Thanks for meeting us, Ari, Lena and Jonas. It was great to see you.
Hi.
Hopefully this is our passports. Because as I said in the last episode, we've been here illegally.
We haven't been here illegally, we checked in fine. We've just had no passport for 3 weeks. But hopefully these are the new ones with the new improved photos.
Apart from the cost of the passports, which were £88.50 each or something like that, so I don't mind paying that, because £111 it cost us to have our old ones sent back and get these new ones back. My God! Oh my goodness me!
Oh, they've been opened.
Right, I've just opened this. It says, Annette, do not open until your birthday. Well, unfortunately, it's been opened for me. I'm going to close my eyes. I'll close my eyes and I'll get Steve to put it back in the envelope.
So another problem with the dinghy. It won't run on tick over, and it hasn't done since I repaired the impeller, and I took the carburetor apart and some gorilla's been in there and mullered it and it's broken beyond repair. I can't get the parts. If I had the parts I could possibly fix it. Can't get the parts. So what I can do, what I have found, is a cheap Chinese carburetor on Amazon. So we're going to try that.
Oh, it sounds quieter too.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So this is the Chinese one.
Another job completed and ticked off the list. Just on our way to the flea market or boat jump or whatever you like to call it, but that's where we're going. Yeah, I've no idea. You see what he's doing? That's not going to be... The only thing I could do is if you go over, I'll just step in other people's dinghies.
Hey, we've gone for months without a kettle. We get a kettle and we see one.
Wasn't too big, but it was quite interesting. And if we're around in a month's time, they have the monthly, first Saturday of the month. So if we're around in a month's time, we might come back. But in the meantime, we got to struggle to get in our dinghy. The BVIs have actually been quite a bit more difficult to get into. Sorry, hold on. For goodness sake, I'm talking. Yeah, for two reasons. This one here, yeah, getting him into the BVIs, we had to go to the vets and get a health certificate, but also to have his teeter test stamped into his passport, which he's never had before. We've had the teeter test, but the BVIs wanted it stamped into the passport. So, and then we had to send it off to the BVIs, to the agricultural department, and get them to stamp it off and get the permit to be able to take him in. Finally, this morning we did actually get the permit, so really pleased about that. And then in order to get into, to check us into the BVIs, we've had to do Sale Clear. Sale Clear is an online entry system into countries. It does actually apparently make it easier, so because it's already got your boat details on it and the crew details. So all you do is basically say that we want to go here and we're coming from there, and let them know what date that you'll be arriving, and they then process it and give you an ID number, and when you actually check in you just give them the ID number and they'll bring up the Sale Clear information. So fingers crossed that actually works, because it's the first time that we've ever used it. And yeah, tomorrow we're going to go and provision up, because we have heard that it's really expensive in the BVIs and even more expensive in the USVIs before we get to Puerto Rico, but that's in a month's time. Let's worry about that when it comes. Right at this moment, tomorrow morning we're going to get up, go and provision and get enough food and drink for us to go to the BVIs for a month, and we'll be setting sail in a couple of days. Overnight passage. It's about just under 100 miles. That's what's going on at the moment, and we're pretty excited. New country again.
That was hard work.
Done the shopping? Yeah, it was hard work.
That was we took the sack truck, but it was like off-roading. You don't realise how bad the pavements and the roads and everything are when you've got to kind of
go up and down with two wheels.
Yeah.
6 bags of shopping. Should keep us going for a little while, because we've already got some food on the boat. Okay, just got to put it away now.
We've got to eat the stuff that we've been storing for years.
Yeah, well, we will do that. No,
There's the stuff in the bottom of that freezer that's probably from the UK.
No, there's not. Don't be so ridiculous. Hi everyone, we just want to share some information. We said, well, we've been saying for a little while that we are going to Guatemala to do our boat refit, and we're supposed to be going down there ready for kind of beginning of June. However, we've come across a bit of a problem.
Yeah, the four-legged problem.
Yes, unfortunately to do with Gus. It is complicated.
It is complicated, and we can't quite get our heads around it at the moment, but it's all to do with where Guatemala is, what its rabies status is, and then when we leave Guatemala, how we then proceed away from Guatemala when we do.
Guatemala is what they call a high-risk country for rabies, and there are many countries in the world that refuse to take a dog after they've been in a high-risk rabies country. So at the moment we don't know. Can you stop it, Gus? At the moment, stop it.
Get over in.
At the moment we don't know where we're going to go when we've actually finished the refit and we leave.
The problem as we see it at the moment is that when we go to Guatemala, it's for the hurricane season. So when we leave Guatemala, it's the start of the non-hurricane season. But to enter the majority of the countries that we want to go to get back over to the Eastern Caribbean, you need to have been in a non-rabies country or a low-risk country for 6 months. And if we're in, say, Mexico, which is classed as low risk, for 6 months, by the time we've done 6 months in Mexico, we're back into hurricane season again, and it's the wrong time of year for trying to make the hop over in one go. We are continuing to look. We are still, you know, we'd still love to go to Guatemala, but right at this moment we can't work out a way out. Yeah, we can get there, but we can't, as Steve said, we can't work a way out of there. If you've got any ideas, please let us know, because in the meantime, as you've seen in the video, we've bought a lot of stuff to do the refit with.
financially we kind of need to now do the work because the boat's laden down with new stuff, and
We'll do it on anchor somewhere.
that's not going to be easy. If anybody's got any ideas, please let us know. But
or any experience of it.
Yeah.
That's...
Yeah, if you've been to Guatemala with a pet and you've sailed out, where did you go? We desperately want to go because we desperately want to get the work done on the boat. Come back in a couple of weeks' time and hopefully we would have had a bit more news about it. We're a little bit unsure at the moment what we're doing.
And we've got to make a decision soon because time's getting on.
Yeah, we're already in middle of March.
And Guatemala's 1,600 miles away.
Just wanted to share that with you. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Join us next week when we finally set sail to the BVIs, but not before Steve has to put me up the mast and some idiot passes by, only waves at me. Yeah, thanks! Thanks very much! Brilliant! We'd like to say a massive thank you to Kelly from Sailing Solace for sorting out and organising our passports. I don't know what we would have done without you. Thanks very much. We'd also like to thank our Patreon and Coffee supporters. We really, really appreciate you supporting us. And also all of you viewers as well. And don't forget to leave us a like and a comment. We love hearing from you. And finally, if you'd like to watch these videos ad-free, then why not pop over to our Patreon and join us there. But don't forget to use the web link rather than the app. Ciao for now.
Only got half wet or third wet.
Oh yeah, it is pretty wild out there. Pretty wild.
Get off my pants.
Oh look, he's got his wet pants on.
They are wet actually. Moist.
Oh, don't use that word.
Yeah. What are they?
Seahorses.
My seahorses have got seawater on.